Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So today we are actually at downtown, very near to Marina Bay Sands. So right behind, later we'll show you. Right behind you is the Marina Bay Sands. Okay, so today our video we're going to talk a little bit about what has been happening recently. So more about talking about this how blockchain has been influencing government for a start, right? So this first thing we're going to share to you is that this Bank of Thailand, they launched the world's first government saving bond on IBM blockchain. Yeah, right. So of course, according to the Thai Bond Market Association, the outstanding Thai bond market is standing at about 421 billion US dollars, right? As of 2019 December. So government bonds dominate the Thai market at about 37% of it. That's about 157 billion US dollars. So of course, in the past, the government saving bonds was very time consuming, very complex. It involves a lot of party, and then it rely a lot on non-real time system, and it's very troublesome. So with this blockchain coming into the picture, it streamlines the process and of bond issuance, and of course for the underwriters, the registrars, investors, everybody that's involved in this bond market, this whole thing, it makes life easier for them actually. Yeah. So of course, the most important thing is it actually reduces or rather minimizes the redundant validation process. Yeah. So of course, for government, you will want everything to be more efficient. You want everything to be faster, more efficient. As the world is engaging into blockchain, you do not want to lose out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So so that's what we have for you for Thailand, and we believe that Thailand has been it's a little bit just like Singapore. They have always been on the go in terms of the development of blockchain technology. Yeah, getting blockchain involved in the economy. Yeah.
I think that is good news for Thailand, and I hope Thailand will invest more in the blockchain technology.
Yeah, definitely.
This should be the same like China. They invest in the blockchain technology and they use IBM, one of the strongest brand in technology and the server. As a here 20 years ago here, IBM one of the giant in technology. Yeah.
Of course, IBM was like quite a number of years ago. They were merged with Renewable, right? Which is the China brand.
Yeah, that's right. And one is about the privacy, the security camera. Yeah. And now they use and apply the blockchain technology in the security camera. And this is
a very interesting thing because as far as you and I know so far, security camera is just security camera. I mean, what do you want to expect more from a security camera or CCTV? Yeah, you know. So this particular company, they are trying to integrate indoor security camera powered by blockchain technology. So of course, the main idea here is that the user can access their camera data through decentralized system.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
As I see this, the company they call it IoTX. Yeah. And they will develop the data, the security camera based on the blockchain technology, and with the private key, the user can access to the data, and then they can see the data of the security camera. Yeah, it's also good. it's also nice for everyone to get.
According to them, the
Yeah.
lock-in, users are able to lock in with an uncrackable password. Yeah. Of course, this camera or the user's mobile phone handle all the computing, all the encryption, decryption, whatever. Yeah. So basically, they are putting the control into a user's hand, letting the users control their own data.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And they say that the system to decide to avoid the type of data security risk. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they don't keep any username password of the company, and the user, the company, they must to use, and they must rely on working by themselves.
Yeah. So that is an interesting thing when it comes to how far blockchain has been entering into our daily lives. You know, so even security camera, whatnot. You know, yeah. So coming to talk about blockchain, if you are into cryptocurrency, you will know that you definitely need mobile wallet or crypto wallet, right? Yeah. So there is this. He introduced this Metamask to me some time ago.
Yeah.
So I think it's very cute, it's very interesting, especially if you are using a computer. They have this head that follows your cursor, right? There's this head of a fox following your cursor. So Metamask, they recently hit 1 million users, of course, thanks to this decentralized finance group. Yeah. So they have Metamask. It's an Ethereum browser wallet. They have it developed by Consensus, yeah, and it surpassed 1 million active users for the first time. Yeah. So of course, right now I think they are also releasing this. Since September 4.
September 4, they released the version of mobile phone.
Mobile phone wallet.
It's nice.
So I have the wallet. I have the Metamask inside this phone. Yeah, of course, in a computer, it's actually very very easy to use, right?
Yeah,
you can link this mobile phone wallet to the computer one, and then you can do all sorts of funny things. So I learned how to use it last year. I learned how to use it to buy crypto kitty. What happened to our crypto kitty?
This is still on the blockchain.
It's about time we check it out again. Yeah. Okay, next we'll start to talk about something more macro perspective, or something more applicable to everyone else. That is energy. So Beijing, China, they have this clean what? Okay, this title said they are winning the clean energy race. How far are they ahead? I'm not quite sure. So of course, as you know, the world's energy system is changing very rapidly. A few months ago, we did a video talking about renewable energy in the form of energy on demand. Remember the molten salt tower thing?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so a lot of countries are using that. A lot of countries are adopting this technology where they harness the energy of the sun, pointing all the mirrors on the tower, and then they collect the heat, and then this heat can be used to heat up the water and spin the turbine anytime of the day, even midnight, early in the morning when there is no sun, because this molten salt tower system, it can keep the heat of the salt for a long time, and even overnight it probably just lose 3% or 4% or 5% of the heat. That's it, which is still enough for it to burn, heat up the water to create a steam for the turbine. They call that energy on demand, which I think is very valid. Because if you're talking about saving the environment, we are talking about not using coal,
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you have to go and mine for the coal, you have to burn the coal, you have to spoil the environment with the carbon. But this molten salt is a different thing altogether. So let's talk about China, Beijing again. Yeah. So of course, the last decade we have seen exponential growth of the use of wind, also and solar, wind and solar.
Wind solar.
Yeah. So of course, solar has always been a go-to thing in this era. Wind, of course, you need to have this super huge
Yesterday
turbine
I
thing.
saw on the CNA. I saw there's a wind city in China. Yeah, they have some of the windmill or some electric windmill.
Electric.
Yeah, and they have a city. It looks like the eco city. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. So of course, for this project, China is hoping that by 2030, that's 10 years from now.
Yeah.
By 2030, the carbon will be new. What? Okay, the country's intention is to peak its emission by 2030 and be carbon neutral in 50 years time. That's 2060. No, yeah, 2020, right? Well, that's 40 years time. By 2060, they are hoping that they'll be carbon free, carbon neutral, so to speak. Yeah.
And one more news about I hear in the California, they will ban all the gasoline
Oh,
vehicle.
really?
That's a new and this will apply on 2030 or something.
Of course not immediately.
Not immediately.
So, Mr. Elon Musk and Tesla, you know what we are thinking?
That's right, because that is good news I hear from some of the news sources say this is very good news to bring a good environment to everyone.
Yeah. So I think all this moving forward will be interesting, and if you're looking at the progress of those big companies getting themselves committed to low carbon emission, I think that's a signal that the world is going to change. I mean, you look at oil. I don't think we will need a lot of oil in future.
Yeah, that's right.
You know?
And this day from the Xeonbit channel, I also share some information about our project, about S&P and S&S having listed on the tab. Yeah, because for a long time we wait for them to update it, and now the team is quite respond so fast, and we have to submit the information they updated with some latest information and I'll call it a very nice trading volume as well as the liquidity for all of our investor and trader to do it. Yeah, and you all can check it out on the comment tab about Xeonbit token and Xeonbit cryptocurrency. Yeah, and I think it's time for us to say goodbye to everyone, and I just like to say we like to share with you some of the nice view, the nice scene about it.
So we'll see you all again in our next video. In the meantime, this is our outro. I'm gonna show you. This is Marina Bay Sands, and that is the what do you call that?
This is
What is that called?
Singapore Flyer.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, sorry guys. I've only been there twice. So right over at this side, this is the Marina Bay Financial Center. Yeah, and right in the middle, there's this sail looking. It's called the sail. It's a condominium, 70 stories.
The finance area, right?
Yeah, Marina Bay Financial Center.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love like and usually you will just see here one Fulton and we are at the Starbucks.
Okay, we are at 1 Fullerton.
And there's Lion.
Oh, Malayan is there. Alright. It's
Or Lion,
spitting water.
And William Teardrop.
Okay, how to off this?
Okay. No, I let us say you say goodbye. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye guys. See you again in our next video.